Philly, Joe and Kirby podcast.
This is the Philly, Joe and Kirby podcast.
The water accumulation, like speaking for especially Abinogi this morning, and Laj too, is real. Like it's you're gonna want to take care out there, as Joe pointed out, right off a hop this morning in this traffic.
Wet.
Yeah, it's wet, and it's that accumulation of water. I guess it's been raining all night.
You can certainly tell where the wheels run on the streets of Winnipeg this time of year, because all the grooves are just filled with water.
Grooves,
and
yeah.
You try and settle up on the higher parts, which makes it a little complicated if you're next to another vehicle.
I feel for pedestrians on a day like today too, because I really try not to be that person that splashes them, but it's really hard with some of our streets, you're walking on the sidewalk and there's
Stop ripping around splashing pedestrians. What do you mean it's really hard? Just slow down. Like, where are you in a hurry to get to? I know you got a spray tan. I know you're busy, but slow down.
I just saw you on TikTok. They're calling you the Winnipeg Splasher.
They are.
No, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Shalinda the Splasher.
Oh my God, you guys.
You're trending on TikTok.
Just a freeze frame photo of her just drenching some senior citizen waiting for the bus.
I would feel awful.
No,
Absolutely. I would literally pull over and offer to help them out.
What, get them some dry clothes? Where do you live, older man? I'm going to take you and get you some clothes.
Handing
We'll
out
go to the
20s
laundromat.
for dry cleaning
Try
or
them
what?
out.
Just keep a stack of 20s in the glove box for this time of year.
Here, let me pay for your dry cleaning.
I feel so bad. Let me pay for your dry cleaning. It's going to cost a little more than $20.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
Wow.
Like
No,
a
you're
Batman
right, though.
villain, the Splasher.
You're right. There's going to be certain areas this morning where, there's a lot of pedestrian traffic.
Definitely.
Rain's supposed to end, though, this morning.
Oh,
so
it is? Good.
might pick up some showers this afternoon.
That
but
wind.
again today, high of 18, though.
Good.
Yesterday and Monday, people were looking for patios on the weekend and then looking for their jackets.
Yeah.
Again,
Whoa.
Monday, Tuesday.
What is it, Saturday? The high is like 20, or is it Sunday?
They're still calling for 26 on Saturday,
Yeah.
28 on Sunday,
Oh my gosh.
and then next week it seems to be still good, but it's a weird one this week because Friday, sunny and 13, and then all of a sudden you jump up to double that on Saturday. So
Just a warning to my neighbors. I'm going to be tanning in the driveway on Saturday, okay? I'm putting on it's that kind of
Are
day.
you oiling up?
I'll oil up, yeah. That's the safest way to do it with the UV rays.
What's your favorite kind of oil?
Just that baby oil. Was it Johnson's?
yeah, he used to use canola. He used to use canola, but they use it for cooking.
Is someone deep frying? No, let's just fill out in the
fill
driveway.
Philly, Joe, Kirby.
Philly, Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly, Joe and Kirby podcast.
Adam on the Boston Pizza text line says that a city bus splashed him, and then he called 311 and then told them about the whole thing. They sent him a check to have things dry cleaned for $25.
Yeah, so you're going to have to start picking up some fives. 20's not going to be enough. That stack
Oh my
of dollar
gosh.
bills.
I'm
Yeah.
the one talking about avoiding splashing people.
But so you said sometimes you just can't, and it makes you feel bad.
It
Splasher.
does. It makes me feel bad when other people do it.
Oh, okay. Now
Hey.
we're backtracking.
When I see other people get
I'm
splashed.
just reporting what's out there. I didn't call you the Winnipeg Splasher. People on TikTok called you the Winnipeg Splasher.
Joey, you need to get off of TikTok.
Yeah, you're trending, Curbs. Okay, moving on. Dennis the Menace.
Good morning, Philly, Joe, and Kirby. People, when you're at a four-way stop and you see a vehicle approaching and you're the only one there and you can see that said vehicle is slowing down, you don't need to wait until I come to a complete stop. I'm 7 houses away from the stop sign. You can see me. But no, you choose to wait completely until I get to the stop sign and stop completely before you start going. Really? Give her head a shake, man. Let's go Jets.
Yes, let's go Jets. By the way, on the Boston Pizza text line, Adam is wondering if maybe Kirby was driving that bus.
Ah,
That could be.
They would never let me drive a bus.
you'd have fun driving a bus.
No, I would not. I can barely drive my RAV4.
Yeah, that would be an adventure.
Like taking a corner with a bus, I no. I'd rather keep the city street lights intact.
There'd be a lot of people pulling that rope that stops the bus to get off. I'm getting the hell out of here. Who's a bus driver?
Transfer. Give me a transfer.
Transfer, please. Empty bus. Okay. Cliff Clavin, he wants to talk, and this call's from a little while ago, but I was digging through some calls this morning. I'm like, I never played this, and it's about Liam Neeson movies. So, Joe, take note. I don't know if you've ever heard of these.
Hey, Joe, I found a couple of older Liam Neeson movies for you. One's called Afterlife or The Afterlife. It was okay. He's got a set of special skills in that movie. Just starting to watch The Haunting now, so it should be pretty good. It looks like it's kind of a haunted house sort of horror type thing. So, anyways, I got on DVD too. If you want to buy it, only a couple of bucks. It's from the Signature Selection too.
I'm gonna lend it to you.
I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
He's trying to sell me a DVD? Is that what he said? Well, I haven't played. I've got a
year
DVD.
is it?
No, I got a DVD player still, a Blu-ray hooked up at home. I never use it because it's downstairs where the kid lives. I never get to use that TV. But
it's a 2009 Liam Neeson movie, Afterlife, 24% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I bet you I've seen that one. The Haunting doesn't sound familiar to me. Can you tell me what Afterlife is about? I get the idea.
So Liam owns a funeral home. And he talks softly to the corpses as he prepares for burial.
He talks softly.
I don't know.
Is
This
that?
is a
Why-
weird
that
plot.
is such a weird description.
Well, there's no reason to yell. I'm assuming, like he's talking to a corpse.
It's just
Liam-
such an odd description.
Well, it's not. No, but hold on here for a second. It's Liam Neeson. When have you heard Liam really yell?
That's true.
He talks like that.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So, perfect
funeral
role.
homeowner, though. That's
Okay, and what was this Afterlife?
It's
Okay.
called Afterlife.
I mean, usually
Is there a
most
love
of these
story?
guys that have lived that kind of life in the back, they have to buy a business. They got to keep busy
Yeah.
when they give up that life. So why not a funeral home?
I'm sure he was a former Navy SEAL who bought a funeral home. I just haven't read far
That's
enough
what I
here.
mean.
Yeah.
Usually they have the background. So he's got that set of skills,
Yep.
as Cliff Clavin had said. Afterlife, I got to find that.
Justin Long and Christina Ricci are in it.
Okay, there you go. Okay, let's wrap with this. Vinny's having a week as far as the bone phone goes. This isn't the first time he's complained about not being able to listen back to his calls, like his messages.
Oh, when he leaves it, because there was a time that we did have that feature.
And he's very frustrated with this. Multiple times he's complained about it.
Yeah, anyways, I decided I don't really want to record. I don't want to blame me on the bone phone. I like rehearsals, you know what I mean? And play my message. If I don't get it right, I can re-record it. You guys don't have that feature anymore, so I can't get it right. That's why Louie's not playing me. But I don't blame him. Hey, I mean, my message is not sounding good, so I get it. Didn't pass the audition. Until you can get a system where I could re-record my greeting, at least I could listen to it. If I don't get it right, then I can re-record it again.
Oh.
You feel me?
No, Vinny.
You guys don't have that system.
No.
Until you get a system where I could re-record my greeting, I can't do this anymore. There's no rehearsal. Anyways, I'm out of here. Take it easy, guys.
Vinny-
22 on the planet.
Vinny, be thankful it's not, a partner of yours from the past that you wanted a rehearsal on how many messages you left her. One message is good enough. We've all been down that other road, okay? Be thankful. What you say is live and recorded. That's all we need. We don't need another version of it. One.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Animal I have become. In this studio, I get compared to a wolverine when food is around. Yesterday, no different with the donuts in the studio. Joe, a good friend of the show, dropped off some donuts yesterday.
Yeah, rock and roll Gary Cole. Well, it was always nice to see Gary, but he was in the area and asked if we needed anything, which was nice.
Donuts are like booze. You know how you're drinking sometimes and you're like, oh boy, I really shouldn't have another. And then there's usually a buddy who's like, one more. Well, donuts, you have a couple, I find. And then it's like, oh boy, I really shouldn't have another. And Joe, you're always there going, Aubrey, have another donut. And he'll actually bring the box around to where I sit on my side of the desk here in the studio and go, grab another one.
I gave Kirby first choice yesterday.
What'd you go with?
Yeah, you did. I'm just a plain old what is it, honey
Old
dip?
fashioned. Yeah. That was the honey dip one. And I'll tell you, there was one apple fritter in the box, and I was so hoping Kirby wasn't going to take it.
I will
She
never take.
knows.
She left it
There's
for
two
me.
types of donuts that I will never reach for. The fritters of any sort. Like
You don't like
anything
fritters?
that looks large and dense. And
Like it could be used for a doorstop.
right.
Yeah.
Or the cream filled ones. I won't touch those ones.
Wow.
I like either just like the
Simple,
honey dipped
plain.
or the
Crullers?
the cruller.
All crullers are good.
Because they're nice and light.
Yeah, I don't like them. So
like
we
crullers.
get along great
Yeah.
when it comes to donuts. We'll never have a conflict.
For me, it's crullers. I like those maple dips, like where cream inside, the maple cream in there.
Yeah.
The sour cream glaze are very
Oh,
good.
that's a good one.
Yeah, double chocolate is good. Chocolate
Yeah.
glaze is
Had
good.
one of those yesterday. I think I had 4 yesterday, actually, now that you mentioned the ones I have. Yeah, feeling it a little bit today.
You know what? The sprinkles, as that is a lot. Okay, but
Well, there's
like
12 in a box.
Joe,
it's only,
you're diabetic.
It's only a third. I know.
like I'm just a
Sometimes
little
it's only
worried
a
for
Don't
you.
get on the guy. This with the
Well,
conversation.
somebody has to be concerned about him.
He's in great shape. He had
Oh,
4
You're
donuts.
an enabler.
He had 4. I had 3. He had 4. And what'd you have? 1?
Yes.
Okay. Well, someone had to
I
dent
did-
that box.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Anyways, I was saying sprinkles.
Sprinkles can be fun, but work,
get
I'll tell
everywhere.
you. Iron Mike already laid the gauntlet down about
That's-
making a mess at work, and I'll tell you right now.
It's the sparrow
as
over
much
here
as
who
the
makes-
Wolverine over here, you eat like a chipmunk or a sparrow, like, off of the, like from one of those feeders.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
like
you guys
sprinkles
were giving
everywhere.
me like a hard time about my area the other day because it looked like, what did you say, Phil? It
It
looked like
looks like I used to have a
bird seed.
I had a
Yes.
bird feeder in my yard.
That's what
and
I'm saying.
It's seed everywhere underneath, all over the grass, and that's what it looks like where you sit. You're eating too much healthy food. It
Like,
gets everywhere.
Yeah, have you seen like a squirrel attack one of those feeders? That's what it looks
okay,
like.
we're talking about donuts. Like, get off of me.
Your sprinkles. were
I
all
know,
over
but
the
that's
ground.
why I don't grab. That's why I don't grab the sprinkles
They're
normally
tough.
because they are very
get messy.
Yeah.
It's like one of those Nature Valley bars. As soon as
So-
you bite into it, it's just everywhere.
The question is, and we started this late in the show yesterday, how many donuts can you smash in a sitting? Was there a time where you had 12, 6, 8? We got a dude here, or I think it's a dude. On a Saturday morning, I wake up and I polish off at least 5 for breakfast.
Oh, wow.
impressive.
That's a nice Saturday.
Spike the blood sugar
I
right out of
think
the
Health
gate.
Canada says that's a good start to your day.
What food group is that in?
I gotta be honest. I'm craving donuts now this morning.
we
I might
getting
have to
another
order some.
No.
What was
because
my
we
record?
had donuts yesterday.
I ordered 3 dozen here in coffees. It
Yes.
cost me $100.
Get that app out again. I love when Joe gets the food ordering app
No.
out. We need muffins. We got
I
to get
love
some
what he
donuts.
does too, but it's just it's a lot. Then we have to wait for the driver to get here and go meet them, and
They don't make sour cream glazed anymore? I'm
What?
sure I had a sour cream glaze yesterday. What
no, I'm sure they do.
the- Yes, they do. I'm
I've
positive.
seen them in the thing, and
Yeah, they had one yesterday
I
in
had
the
one
box.
for
Yeah,
sure.
it was the
Yeah.
Tim's box. Yeah.
I ate something that
Yeah.
felt like one of those anyway.
like felt like one of those.
Well, I mean, it looked and tasted like one. It had to be.
Oh, the
Okay.
Timbits is a whole different topic.
yes,
It's
I tried to bring that up
Kirby.
yesterday, and I was told to stay in my lane.
Well,
of
no,
donuts.
those are a road trip. Those are like Timbits. You get those at the office too. Like
you can throw those back though, like
Yeah, because
nobody's
I can
business.
sit there and justify 5 or 6 of them as one donut, even though I'm lying to myself.
The people who say they can like pound a dozen donuts, though, whew. Like, and you're right. That was the 2 people who said that said after a workout.
you would crash though. No, like I feel like you would have a hard sugar crash after pounding a dozen.
Yeah,
donuts.
that's not healthy. And
I might feel ill. I don't know.
Well, these people work out. How can you say it's not healthy?
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
All right, Kirby, we'll start with you here with would you rather have the memory of a goldfish or the neck of a giraffe? Memory of a goldfish. So goldfish, they can't remember anything. Or the net, right? Is that the deal with goldfish?
Yeah, it's like that, like Dory in Finding Nemo. You
Yeah.
like tell her something, and then she's like, "Hi, I'm Dory."
Right.
It's like she like forgets right away. But the long neck. I mean, I'm already tall.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine extending my neck.
So you're going memory of a goldfish?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, there's always your Instagram or your TikTok to remember what you did the day before.
That is true,
yeah.
Phil.
Unless you put it on your story. Then you only got the
It's gone.
24 hours gone. I'm going to go with the neck of a giraffe. And I'll tell you why. I had to put a tie on this past Saturday for an event I was doing, and I always feel my neck is still too fat. So at least with the neck of a giraffe, you have never a problem with the tie. Just maybe the length, of the tie. But I do pride myself on having a good memory. And as I'm getting older, you hear of people losing their memory more often, so it's something sacred. So I'm going to go with the neck of a giraffe.
You know what? Kim on the Boston Pizza text line brings up a good point. How does anybody really know this information about the goldfish? Like, how do we know that they have terrible memory?
That's a good question.
It's almost too deep for this program.
Talk to a marine biologist.
Somebody could respond.
Okay, anyways.
Let's move on here. And this is like a disappointment question. Would you rather catch Smokey the Bear unsafely burning garbage in his backyard?
Wow.
Or observe McGruff the Crime Dog shoplifting at like a convenience store?
Wow, how scandalous.
Well, right. These are heroes of safety.
Yes.
So
What was Smokey the Bear's
He's unsafely burning
what was his
garbage.
logo or motto again?
Oh, I forget now.
Yeah, me too. Somebody on the text line will
Yeah.
figure it out. But I don't know. I would say I would rather catch probably Smokey the Bear burning garbage. Like, that's just too
Maybe he's
funny
retired.
to me.
Maybe he's retired. And
That
he's
seems
just like,
fitting,
I'm not
honestly.
gonna
But like,
follow the rules anymore.
McGruff the Crime Dog out shoplifting. Like, wow.
Yeah. You know what? I think there's too much devastation around fire. And especially we're in wildfire country. We just had one up by Traverse Bay. I'm going to go with the crime dog because if the crime dog steals something, it's affecting one business owner and a product. If that makes any sense. Almost too deep of an answer, but I'm going to go with that.
Would you confront them? Like, McGruff, what's going on? The commercials? Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. I think so. I don't think I could do that to Smokey, the bear.
His motto was only you can prevent forest fires.
That's right.
Okay.
A lot of people came in with that one.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's memorable. Clearly, I have terrible memory
Well,
already.
like a goldfish,
so,
actually,
yeah.
if you think about it.
Would you rather, Kirby, have tongues for fingers or a finger for a tongue?
Ooh.
Imagine that coming out of your mouth. Ooh.
Hold on. Oh, wow, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. My mind went somewhere. But, okay, fingers.
Tongues for fingers
Yeah.
or a finger for a tongue?
I'd still want to taste something. And if you have a finger for a tongue, you'd lose your tongue.
Right.
Yes.
So I would take the handful of tongues.
That would be so gross.
What a weird... I would never shake anybody's hand. That is disgusting.
Yeah,
no
no
kidding.
kidding. Oh, his hand's wet. Like, ugh. No, I'm going to go with the...
Finger for a
yeah,
tongue?
I think so, because the other one just seems less or more gross. Plus, you're in traffic all of a sudden, hey, somebody gave me the tongue. It's like, because,
Yeah, but that just seems
Yeah.
weird.
Okay,
well, both sound weird.
Yeah, they're both weird. Chris. Yeah.
Thank you.
Would you rather? So you're walking around with a posse, like everywhere you go, an entourage. Would you rather be accompanied by the Young Guns everywhere you go? So Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen, Kiefer Sutherland, you're familiar with the movie.
Yeah.
And they're dressed in full, like, that's the Young Guns. Or would you rather be accompanied by the Warriors Street Gang everywhere you go? Warriors,
Come out to play.
I did watch that for a not-so-new movie
Yes,
review.
you
Yeah.
did. They're tough.
I'm going to have to go with the Warriors.
Yeah, okay. Everywhere you go to a...
That's pretty badass.
Social.
I feel pretty...
They're behind you.
I feel pretty supported.
Yeah,
you do a lot of events.
yeah,
Street gang behind you.
The thing is, the Warriors, too, the lead guy just wore a leather vest, like no shirt. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
It's a good look, honestly.
I can't pull that off at every event I go to be honest. Mind you, me in Western gear, like that has to happen once a year at like a, like I'm not part of, I call it a Yellowstone, my ranch, by the way, not Yellowstone, but I'm going to go with Young Guns.
The Cowboys.
I like wearing the odd hat.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJK into more ears.
Boston Pizza text line. Good morning, guys. Speaking of donuts, every Thursday we get donuts from a certain supplier, And I'm telling you, you've never seen 9 guys so excited about Thursdays. Thursdays mean more than payday in my shop because it's donuts and muffin day.
I imagine productivity is at a low on that day.
Listen, we've talked about that before. You get food at the workplace, and that is the easiest way to start seeing employees that you haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, you know what, Kirby, I'm going to disagree with you. I think productivity might be at the highest because of culture. That gets people
And
pumped
sugar.
up. It gets people pumped up. I know of a workplace buddy of mine's part of on payday. They rotate around on who brings in donuts and muffins every payday. I thought that was kind of cool.
You're never going to get somebody like not happy that there's donuts at work.
Was there not a record setter here, Phil? I think you read it out to us off the air about somebody celebrating a birthday. And,
Yeah.
here it is. Do you want to read it? Or
No,
want me
you
to
go
read it?
ahead. I can't find it.
I turned 40 on Monday. On Friday/Saturday, I ate 18 Krispy Kreme donuts. Had to take advantage of the metabolism while it was still in its 30s.
Oh, my God.
That's a good move.
18.
That's a solid move.
Krispy
18.
Kreme are dangerous. They're like shooters. You know, they're
Yes.
the shooters of donuts.
One more.
'Cause
One more.
Well, and they go down fast.
Because they're lighter.
They're lighter.
They're on the lighter side when it comes to donuts. Yeah.
Yeah, but 18.
The boss brought some in for a meeting once, and, you know, what was the meeting? It must have been about
He
an
brought
hour.
the designer ones. They threw me for a loop.
The designer ones,
you
the
probably-
fancier ones, yeah.
I love those.
Yeah, I wanted the original.
You
But
did-
those are hefty, though. Like, you can't go too hard on those designer donuts.
I go
like with
hard.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But like that, they just, they just have more to them, I feel.
So 18, is that about the record right now?
I would say 18. We had a couple of dudes who had done a dozen in one sitting.
Dozen? Yeah, we've had a few people with a
but
dozen.
18.
Maybe that's how they created the dozen to begin with. Somebody said, I could eat 12 of these. We'll call it a dozen.
Call it a dozen.
Put it in a box.
Got this one here. The rule we had at work years ago was if you're late, you bring donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that
I've heard
one.
of that before.
You could bring them in every day, Kirby. You come in last. No, that's not late. That's last.
My
I got it wrong.
God.
I got it wrong. That's not late.
Yeah,
Tell
last
me
is
how
come in
you
last.
really feel.
You come in last. You don't come in late.
He
You come
wants
in
donuts.
last.
That's all he's saying.
That's
So
all I'm
he's
saying.
being creative about
Yeah.
getting you to bring donuts.
Last person that they
Yeah.
said late. I got it wrong. I apologize.
You know what?
You could still bring them in for
Then I
coming
would
in
be
last.
even later.
No, last. Out of the three of us, you come in last.
Get your phone out. We're getting some donuts. That's it.
I got it right here.
You got it,
Let's
you
do
ready?
it.
Okay,
Okay,
I
but
was-
we don't need to order like 3 pallets like last
That's
time.
how he
guys.
orders.
I had to
It's too much,
I
Joe.
had to. I think of the rest of the people in this
I
building.
know you do, but it's too much.
I think of the rest of the people.
I do.
Food for the
Do
entire
I not?
building. You
Yes,
do.
and then that's what happens. Then they sit here because there's hardly anybody that
And we eat 'em.
works in
And we eat 'em.
the
Yeah.
hours that we do. And then Phil helps himself to 3.
Somebody tell me on the Boston Pizza text line where I went wrong by buying other people in the building donuts.
You're not getting a
Nobody
complaint out of me.
said you went wrong.
Yeah, no.
Well, you just did.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Today, I think, is a good one. The average woman does this every couple of days. The average man, about once a month.
Okay.
And Papa Roach tickets go on sale Friday. Got a big buzz about that show yesterday when we announced it.
Yeah.
And Hailstorm, actually. 2 different shows yesterday. We double dipped on a Tuesday.
Yes, we did. I'm going to need...
A second here?
the phones look weird.
So the average woman will do this about 2 or every 2 days, and the average guy about once a month.
Okay. We're good. Phone. We have a digital phone board here, and every now and then it goes, but it's back. It's back. We're good to go. 780 City, 780-2484 for Papa Roach tickets. Good morning, City.
Morning. Is it shaving?
Not shaving, no.
Thanks.
No. I mean, hey, more and more guys are having some kind of growth, right, on their face now.
Some kind
Well, no, because you go from a goatee, mustache, beard. Some guys just go with a couple of days of growth.
Yeah.
Just the way you said it.
Yes.
Like it was a growth. I got a growth.
Well,
Got a
Let me see your
mushroom coming out of
doctor,
the side of my neck. Hi, City.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys all doing?
good.
We're good, yeah.
I am going to say maybe trim their nails.
Not trim their nails. No.
Good
Oh,
guess.
okay. Thanks a lot,
Thanks.
guys.
Yeah, have a good day.
Very good.
780 City, 780-2484. Hi there.
Hi, can I get a lifeline?
Philly or Kirby?
I'll go with Philly.
Average woman's doing this every 2 days, Phil. The average guy about once a month.
Contact a relative to check in. How's things?
No. Good answer.
And thanks for playing. 780 City. It's completely useless trivia for Papa Roach tickets. Good morning.
I need a lifeline.
Philly or Kirby?
Let's go Philly.
The average woman does it every 2 days.
Yeah, about every 2 days. The average guy about once a month.
Laundry, like it's your turn.
No.
Okay.
No.
Sorry about that.
No.
Not but guys are just less careful about laundry, a lot of them. So that's,
So careful.
Well, good morning, City.
Morning. Do they cry?
Cry. No.
Every 2 days.
No. No, not cry.
Be a lot of crying. You cry every 2 days, Kirps?
I do not.
No. Okay. Hi, City.
Hi, laundry?
Not laundry. No, that was Phil's guess, too.
Okay. Papa Roach tickets on the line this morning, 780 City.
Hi, good morning. Did anyone guess change the toilet paper roll yet?
No. No, women every 2 days.
Could
The
be
average
accurate.
guy about once a month.
You just throw it on the counter or the sink there.
It's amazing how it's just like so close to
Yeah.
actually getting on the roll,
My wife loves that one.
but it's not.
Hello there.
All right, good morning. Can I go with Kirby?
Curbs, you've been on a heater lately.
Yeah, no doubt.
What about flossing?
Not flossing. No, women
Thank you.
every 2 days. The average guy once a month.
Is it hygiene related, Joe, or cleaning?
No, it's not actually. Hey, look at you sneaking in for a clue. I like
Wow.
that.
I mean, that's actually a good clue because I was wondering if it was hygiene related as well.
No, it's not.
Good morning, City.
Morning. Could I get Philly for a lifeline?
Mm-hmm. Throw something on the PVR.
No.
Sorry about that. I'm a little stumped, just an FYI.
Yeah, you know, I will say this. You could consider this entertainment, why people do it, right?
For entertainment purposes?
Yeah, I would think most people would look at it as entertainment.
780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Could I get Kirby as a lifeline?
What do you think, Curbs? Average woman every couple of days, the average guy once a month.
Post on social media.
No.
Good one.
I thought for sure that was.
I
gonna
could tell.
be it.
I sensed the confidence in your voice.
Yeah, and I even looked Joe right in the eyes, and then
I
I
know when
saw the
she's serious.
disappointment.
You do? Yeah. You could tell. Joe could tell. Hi there.
Read a book or something. Read something.
Well, read something. It's not a book that they are reading, but you are as close as we've come to a correct answer, okay? It's not
so-
read a book.
It is reading, but not a
Something,
book.
right.
Hi, City.
Hey, is it cooking?
Not cooking, no. No, nothing to do with a cookbook.
Papa Roach tickets up for grabs. Good morning.
Well, Philly, help me out.
Phil, what do you think?
Read. What are you reading that is for entertainment? What do we read now? We don't really read the newspaper. We don't
You can
online.
Well, it could be.
Horoscopes.
Yes, horoscopes.
Holy! Come from behind from Aubrey.
How about it? The average woman.
Horoscopes.
The average woman will check their horoscope every couple of days. The average guy apparently once a month. Most for entertainment purposes, but I don't know. Do you believe? Sometimes it's easier to believe if it makes sense to you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, this sounds right.
I told you guys we just entered Taurus season, which is my sign.
Okay.
Yeah, we know it's April 30th, last day of the month for most people, and what starts tomorrow?
May
Which?
is my birthday month.
Yeah.
Which means?
Celebrations.
Yeah, start tomorrow, May 1st. Yeah, that's right. I'm glad I had to spell it out for you.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Hit us up wherever you get this podcast and rate and review the show.
Good fortune will come to you.
Actually, we can't promise that, but we'll cross our fingers. Pizza Joe's got the feeling.
That's what you get. That's what 4 donuts. That's what Joe's Gut sounds like the day after 4 donut day.
You should really eat a vegetable today.
No, that's
That'll kill me. My body's not going to handle
It'll
that.
go into shock. What's this?
I'd be better off having another donut, like the hair of the dog, when you're hungover. I got a donut hangover going on. Couple of fritters to get me right back into action today.
We want him to have the gut gurgling a little bit because we're looking for some thoughts on the game. Massive game tonight. Biggest game of the year. And I don't want to be dramatic because in the playoffs, they're all big. But you're coming off being outscored in St. Louis 12-3. There's a lot of pressure on this team. The fans have some of them very concerned for good reason. The Jets they've got to show up big time tonight.
Yeah, they show up big time tonight. My gut feeling is telling me the Jets rebound back. You mentioned in sports, it's been a home-and-home series. I think that trend continues tonight. I think it's a close game. Just like the first two were here. I think they were just a goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will take the Winnipeg Jets on the money line tonight to win. And I'm also going to... you want the other two games? I got a gut feeling about all three. I had 4 donuts.
Do you have a feeling about my Habs?
I do.
Because I'm very tense about that as well.
You have reason to be tense. I think Washington's going to wrap up the series at home tonight. And I think Tampa comes back and beats a very good Florida team. That game was close the other night, and then Florida just walked away with it at the end. But I like Tampa at home, the Winnipeg Jets at home, and the Washington Capitals home. I think all 3 home teams. But if you play the puck line, they're all a goal and a half. I think all 3 games could be that close.
I like the Jets to cover a goal and a half tonight.
You think they're going to win by more than 1?
I just have this 4-0, 5-1 feel tonight. I mean, things didn't go well in St. Louis. This is a team that's responded all year. I just can't see a scenario where they don't have a massive performance tonight.
I love that Connor Hellebuyck came out and spoke to the media. Those guys never really did a lot of that when they've had these playoff runs in the past. It's a whole different team. I think they win tonight. Yep.
Okay.
Kirby?
I'm just concerned about your guts. Not the Jets. I'm not concerned about the Jets. They're going to be just fine.
It's nice.
I just think that you should probably maybe just try to eat something other than a donut.
No. It's like he said. He's nursing a donut hangover.
I'll tell you right now. If I find a vegetable stand at the whiteout party tonight, maybe I'll have a vegetable.
You're not going to find a vegetable stand.
Just walking around eating a cucumber.
That's a farmer's market.
Who's the guy dressed in white eating a cucumber?
Say hello.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Kirby, got to ask, how was Bush, Filter, and Rival Sons last night? I know you were there with a whole bunch of friends and stuff, so how did it go?
It was awesome. I gotta say, to have 2 openers like that was phenomenal. I mean, both the Filter and Rival Sons were great.
I heard from some people that they drew their own crowds too last night. There's specific Rival Sons fans, Filter fans, and then that's a great move by Bush's people when you put acts like that together.
It was cool. I had what was the pitching coach for the Winnipeg Gold Eyes?
Mark Brewer,
sitting next to me, and he is a hardcore Rival Sons fan.
That's awesome.
That was pretty cool. But Gavin Rosdale, unreal.
He knows the pitching coach too?
No, he doesn't know the pitching coach, but I do after sitting next to him.
Yeah.
So if you need tickets to the Gold Eyes.
I'll tell you, your web is growing.
I'm spinning
the amount of people that you have in that circle. Did you offer him a tan, the pitching coach?
No, did not offer.
I can get you a tan.
That would have been nice. But look how she's working this. She can get you Gold Eyes tickets. Because there is no way you're going directly to Andrew Collier, the general manager, if you want a ticket.
Andrew's
or the
a
box
friend
office.
of the show.
Or the box office.
I'll go to Kirby, though.
Okay, but anyways,
And
I
then-
gotta say,
Yeah.
Gavin Rosdale,
Kicked ass.
no, he was in the crowd. He was right out there in the crowd for an entire song. Was just shaking people's hands, fist bumping, hugging people. It was pretty cool to see. Not a lot of artists will dive into a group of people like that in the audience.
That's
I
great.
will say this about him. I noticed with a lot of meet and greets that were going on yesterday, he looked right into it. A lot of times you'll see them, people getting in, handlers shuffling you off right after the picture. he was like right into it, arms around people, smiling and talking. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
My favorite was I stayed for the entire show, so that is a very late night for me normally.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was leaving Canada Life Center, some guy, obviously that listens to our program, was like, Kirby's out late.
All right.
And I was like, yeah, this is after hours, Kirby.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was a good show. Lots of
How's
people.
that Gold-Eyes pitching staff looking for
You know,
this
Phil,
coming
I can
season?
hook you up.
Yeah, good.
I mean, I wasn't the one who was talking to Mark, but my friend was. So
Okay.
I'll get you in touch with them, and they can get you in touch with Mark, and you can go to a Gold Eyes game.
Is this the part how we wrapped the show yesterday where you say, here, Phil, here's your T-shirt. Joe, here's your T-shirt. from
Oh,
the
yeah,
show?
shirts. You got his hoodies. I
Joe
wanted a hoodie.
slid in my DMs last night trying to get some merch, and I said,
Plaque.
absolutely not.
I told you I wanted a plaque or a
plaque.
silk or something big that you had to carry
Right,
around at the
a
show.
silk.
Silk, nice feeling material.
Sounds like a great
Oh my
show.
God, it really was.
Yeah, awesome stuff. No surprise, Bush,
Yeah.
man. They've been around, you know.
For more Philly, Joe, and Kirby, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.